Hello there and welcome back to my channel. This is What If Deku Was Abandoned Part 1. Now this will be a special, just as a thank you for the support. I mean, some people might think 90 subscribers is like pathetic, but for me, it's big. It hits my heart. Anyways, and the second reason is because I was thinking of this idea for a long time, and I've been planning about 9 other series after I complete, because I do two My Hero Academia what if and one special what if, like what a Dragon Ball what if, a Black Clover what if, Naruto what if, like that. Now, without any further ado, let's start this. Now we start this when no, we go into some origin. Now Deku, Inko had two children with Hasashi. Had one named Izuma, the oldest one, which looks like I will show it after, and one is named Izuna. Now Izuma is about 22 years old when Deku's gonna be Izuma's gonna be 26 years old when Deku is gonna be 18 years old, and Izuna is 23. Yeah. Now they look like this. The one who has his hair covering one of his eyes is Izuma, the oldest one, and the other one is Izuna, the the second oldest. Now, Izuku is gonna be the third oldest, and Izumi is gonna have a twin sister. Now, these two are not twins. Like I said, one is 26 and the other is 23. No. 26. No, no. Izuna is gonna be 20. It's gonna be the third year in the third year of UA. And Inko and Hisashi divorced. They had some problems, and Inko is still the skinny Inko. Doesn't look like the fat bitch she is. I know she's not a bitch. She's a good mom, but she looks fat. Sorry. I'm gonna make her look. She's gonna look like the skinny Inko when Deku before Deku was pronounced quirkless, and Izuma is gonna look like this. She's gonna look like this. I know she has a smile, but she's evil. And after Inko and Sashi divorced, Inko married to have a little bit of uh, plot. She married All Might, Toshinori Yagi. Wait, okay. She married Toshinori Yagi, aka All Might, and she had Izuku and Izumi with him. Now, you might be wondering, why is Eskimo in the background? You're gonna find that find that out soon enough. Now, when Deku from his birth, when Deku and Izumi from now, I'm gonna say something else. Now, what's it called? I think Izuma, yeah, Izuma lives in America. He is a pro hero in America. What should I call him? He's known as the Green Flash. Let's say Hasashi had a speed quirk. Yeah, Hasashi had speed quirk, and he's known as the Green Flash. And yeah, that's it. And Izuma is still in the third year when Deku's gonna be in first year of UA, which is gonna be a college. He's gonna be in the third year. Yeah. And Izuna is gonna have a what? He's gonna have a time slowing quirk. He can no. He's gonna have a leg enhancement quirk. Like his legs are enhanced. No. That's way too weird. He's just gonna have a more weaker speed quirk, but still strong. And Deku, as you all know, is gonna be quirkless, and that's what they know. That's what they think. Not know. That's what they think. And Izumi is gonna have a very strong telekinesis because Inko still has her telekinesis. Now, when from Deku and Izumi's birth to when they're 4 years old, All Might, I'm just gonna call them Toshinori and Inko and Izuna been treating them equally and good. Basically, when the day that um, uh, the no, let's skip one day when they're 4 years old. Deku and Izuku and Izumi live in the sleep sleep in the same bedroom just for now, and then they wake up at 7 a.m. and they open the door and they rush to their parents' room, and then they start jumping on the bed and saying, and Izuku said, "Mom, Dad, today we're going to the quirk doctor." And then the Inko, no, that Izumi said, "Yeah, yeah, wake up." I don't know how to do a little kid impression. Anyways, then they both, Inko and Toshinori wake up, and Toshinori's gonna have his buff form forever. And the family knows that he's All Might. Anyways, then they wake up, they eat breakfast. Then Toshinori goes to do hero work, and then Inko is a hero. Let's just say that Inko is a hero, and Inko has her day off. Then she takes Izuku and Izumi to the quirk doctor. When they arrive, the quirk doctor does some tests, and then he comes out. Then the doctor says it's not the same doctor that they went to in canon. Because if he didn't read the manga, he is all for one's doctor. Anyways, it's a different doctor. Now, doctor comes out and says, "Miss Midoriya, I have some good news and some bad news." And then Inko says, "What's the good news?" And then the doctor said, "Your daughter here has a very strong telekinesis quirk." And then Inko starts getting happy. Let's say only 2% of the population are quirkless, and the quirkless are treated like garbage, even worse than in canon. Like if you're quirkless, it's like you don't even exist. Anyways, and then Inko starts hugging Izumi and says, "So what's the bad news?" And then the doctor sighs and said, "The bad news are that Izuku here doesn't have a quirk. I'm sorry." And then the doctor tells Izuku and Izumi to go out to the room to talk to their mother for 1 second. And then they went out. Izuku was pretty depressed, and Izumi was testing her quirk. Now, when we go inside where the doctor and Inko are talking, now, when someone is declared quirkless, the parents have two choices to make. Either keep them as pets, that's what they say, or have a personal team, kidnap them and throw them in the woods with the presence of the parents. And then the doctor asked her the question, "Miss Midoriya, do you wanna keep him or uh, abandon him?" And then she said, "Let me decide this with my husband." And then she calls All Might and she tells him everything. Izumi has a very strong telekinesis quirk, and how Izuku is unfortunately, somewhat fortunate, is quirkless. And then she tells him, should we keep him or should we abandon him? And then he said, abandoned. And then Inko says, that's what I was thinking too. And then she asks him to come to the quirk doctor. And then he comes. And then they say, we would like to abandon him. And then the doctor says, are you sure? And then the Inko and Toshinori say, yes, we would like to abandon him. And then one day when Deku, no, when they went out and they came out of the quirk doctor, they went to uh, the forest. That's what they were thinking. That's where Izumi and Izuku were thinking. Now Izuma and Izuna, no, they like Deku, even if he's quirkless. They do love him because he's still their brother, somewhat half brother. Uh, Now then, a team that was wearing like ninjas. They were all black with a mask covering their mouth, hair only showing their eyes. They grabbed Deku and then ran away without even anyone noticing. No. They were walking in the street. No, they dropped off Izumi, and then they said to Izuku that they wanna go to have some fun. And because Izumi, no. Let's say they dropped off Izumi and they took Deku with them without even Izumi noticing. And then there was a van in front of the house with three people inside of it. No, three people outside of it, not inside of it. And then All Might gave them Izuku, and All Might and Inko got sorry. The All Might and Inko got in the van. Then they drove to a forest. No, they drove to a mountain where they kicked Izuku, and which uh, which he was in a lot of pain because he's still a 4-year-old, and they just threw him uh, in a cave. There was like they say a haunted cave, and then they drove away. Then Izuku, before they left, he said, "Dad, Mom, where are you going?" And then All Might looked at him and said, "We are not your parents. You are a failure. You can't be my son." Because everybody is arrogant in this water. I'm making everybody a dick. Besides the ship, which I think you gotta love. Anyways, then they left, and then Izuku wasn't was knocked out. When he woke up, he was in like a place where there's only a sun, and there was a buff man wearing no shirt, only wearing green pants, with an axe over his shoulder. Looked at him and said, "So you were betrayed too." I'm just gonna say from now, it's been a long time since I watched Seven Deadly Sins, so I don't know a lot about Escanor. I know that he was. They said he was cursed or something like that, and he had a brother, and I think his brother was bullying him until one day he lashed out and he beat him up, and then he ran away, and then I think that's the story of Eskimo. I'm just gonna make it up because I don't wanna make up something that might enrage some people. Sorry. Anyways, then Eskimo says, "Huh, you were betrayed too, I see. My name is Escanor, the Lion Son of Pride, and you, pointing as Izuku, you are my reincarnation." And Izuku, being, he felt a warm presence around Escanor, a warm, prideful, and calming and protectful. I don't think that's a word. A protecting presence around Escanor. Like if he's next to Escanor, he will never be hurt. That's what he felt. And then he didn't cry. He did nothing because some of Escanor's personality is merging with his. He's gonna be kind, but he's also gonna be prideful a lot more than Escanor because nobody will be able to stop him. Anyways, uh, uh, Escanor, and then Izuku says, "Reincarnation? What are you talking about? What's a reincarnation?" Because, like I said, Izuku is still a 4-year old. And then Escanor explained that a reincarnation is when someone dies, they get reincarnated into another person's body, another person. And then Izuku said, "Ah." And then he pointed at himself and said, "I'm your reincarnation?" And then Escanor said, "Yes. And I'll be training you to be the new Lion of Pride." And then I'm just gonna point out something. You know how Escanor transforms into his buff form when he's the sun, and he transforms to skinny form when it's night at night? Deku will be able to stay in this buff form for eternity. He will never be transforming out of his buff form. That's because I want to. Because if you look at Escanor, he's buff as fuck. Anyways, uh, now Izuku's 4-year old. They trained for 14 years straight. No, Izuku looks like this. He has Escanor's body, exactly this body. Wait. Izuku looks like this, a young Escanor, but instead of blue eyes, he has green eyes. And his hair is orange, completely. Is that orange or yellow? Orange yellow. I'm just gonna call it that. And he can do like Thor, where he puts his hand in the air, and I think it's called Rita. Yeah, his axe Rita comes from the sky straight into his hands, and his body looks like this. He has this face with this body, this buff looking man, no homo. He doesn't have a mustache. Okay, let's continue. And then let's say he has the ability to. He has like a flying ration. If he throws a small sun into a place, this sun doesn't explode, doesn't burn. It's just like a flying Raijin kunai. If you throw it, he could teleport to it. Like Deku, he is buff. He can transform, and he lives in the mountain. He has like a small shack. It's like the same. It's like no. It's a small shack. No, it's a small no. It's a 2-story house. Let's say he has the power of. He just made it out of his own hand with his own hands. And let's say after the 14 years, Deku does go around the city, but he goes around as a small sun. He could transform himself into a sun, and he goes around the city. Now he knows where UA is, and he never checks up on his family. He doesn't care about them. Just like Escanor didn't care about his family. Now let's say Deku. This is 1 week before the UA entrance exam, and this is the first time Deku will go out in the city in public, like in his buff form, in his his own self will go in city. Now he wears like a let me find a good picture of what he's wearing. I just want to clarify. Just wanna say that this what you see on the screen is gonna be his hero costume, not a costume not a costume, not an outfit that we're going outside of. He will be wearing this. Now he let's say next to the mountains there was a small like forest, which he went through, and the ground. No, 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 not gonna make. He went through the forest, then he got onto the road, and then he started walking in the streets. Now everyone was staring at him because just look at this body. We wouldn't stare at this, and this is not a mute. This is not even a quirk. Wait, no, no, sorry. Uh, Instead of these pants, these white pants, he's wearing these pants, these green pants, and he's wearing the same shirt, and he's walking around the city, and then he sees a blonde-haired woman uh, carrying her groceries, and then going going in an alley. When then she was cornered by two guys, and then one guy like throwed her groceries on the floor, and then the other guy said, "I'm having fun with you. We're gonna be having fun with you." And then he tried to grab her, but then he felt like his back was burning. And then when he turned around, he saw a big buff man, a buff man behind them, and said, "What do you think you're doing?" And then the buff man grabbed him by his head, and then crushed it. Didn't not killing him, just crushing his face, and then backslapping the other one. And when Mitsuki was closing her eyes, when she opened her eyes, he saw a buff man, and then she started blushing. Did I say her name? I think I said her name. Anyways, just Mitsuki, the most beautiful girl in My Hero Academia, and the thickest. Not true. Anyways, I think this is a good place to end it off. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for 90 subscribers. Like I said in the beginning of the video, 90 subscribers is a lot for me. Some people might think it's pathetic, but for me, it's a heck of a lot. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you. Thank you. Peace.